Fitness and wellness advice is everywhere. Social media, magazines, gym conversations, and even some health influencers constantly share tips that promise better results, faster fat loss, and improved health. But here's the problem: a lot of that advice simply isn't supported by science. Some of the most common beliefs in fitness have been repeated for so long that they feel like facts, but when researchers actually test these ideas in controlled studies, many of them fall apart. Today we're breaking down some of the biggest fitness and wellness myths that refuse to die, and what the science actually says instead. Let's start with one of the most common myths in the fitness world. The first myth is that you can reduce body fat. You've probably heard that doing hundreds of crunches will burn belly fat, or that certain exercises can target fat on your thighs or arms. Unfortunately, that's not how fat loss works. Research consistently shows that fat loss occurs throughout the entire body rather than in specific areas. When your body burns fat, it pulls energy from fat stores all over the body, based largely on genetics and hormones, not which muscles you're exercising. So, while doing abdominal exercises will strengthen your abdominal muscles, it won't specifically burn the fat sitting on top of them. If your goal is fat loss, the most effective strategy is a combination of strength training, regular physical activity, and proper nutrition. The next myth is something many people believe about a popular food. Peanut butter is often promoted as a great source of protein, but when you actually look at the nutrition label, the numbers tell a different story. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter contain about 7 grams of protein, but they also contain around 16 grams of fat and nearly 200 calories. That means most of the calories in peanut butter come from fat, not protein. Peanut butter can absolutely be part of a healthy diet, but nutritionally speaking, it's primarily a fat source rather than a high-protein food. If your goal is to increase protein intake, foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, fish, lean meats, or whey protein provide far more protein relative to their calories. Another myth that has been repeated in gyms for decades is the idea that if you're not sore after a workout, the workout wasn't effective. You've probably heard the phrase, no pain, no gain, but muscle soreness is not a reliable indicator of muscle growth or strength gains. Muscle growth is primarily driven by mechanical tension and progressive overload. That means gradually increasing the demand placed on your muscles over time. While soreness can occur when you introduce a new exercise or increase training volume, it is not required for muscle growth. In fact, excessive soreness can sometimes indicate that recovery has been compromised. Consistent training with proper progression will produce results, whether you feel sore or not. Another persistent myth is that lifting weights will make women bulky. This belief has discouraged many women from resistance training for years, but physiologically, women simply do not produce the same levels of testosterone as men, which is one of the primary hormones responsible for large muscle development. Research consistently shows that strength training in women improves muscle tone, increases metabolic health, strengthens bones, and helps maintain a healthy body composition. Instead of creating bulky physiques, resistance training typically helps women develop a leaner and stronger appearance. Next, let's talk about cardio. Many people believe cardio is the best or even the only way to lose weight. Cardio certainly burns calories and can support heart health, but it is not the most important factor in weight loss. Body weight is primarily influenced by total calorie balance over time. Strength training plays an important role as well because it helps maintain muscle mass, which supports metabolism. Studies comparing exercise programs often show that combining resistance training with moderate cardio produces better improvements in body composition than cardio alone. Another myth you've probably heard is that sweating more means you're burning more fat. Sweating actually has very little to do with fat loss. Sweat is simply the body's cooling system. It helps regulate temperature when your body heats up. 2 people performing the exact same workout could sweat very different amounts depending on factors like genetics, hydration levels, temperature, and humidity. The weight loss through sweat is primarily water weight, which returns once you rehydrate. The next myth involves supplements. Many people believe supplements are necessary to build muscle or improve fitness, but the truth is that muscle growth comes primarily from 3 things: effective resistance training, adequate protein intake, and proper recovery. Supplements like creatine or protein powder can be useful tools, but they are not required for progress. A well-structured training program and balanced nutrition will produce the majority of results. Another common belief involves the so-called anabolic window. For years, people were told that they must consume protein immediately after a workout or their training session would be wasted. More recent research suggests that the timing window for protein intake is actually much wider than previously believed. What matters far more is total protein intake across the entire day. If you consistently consume enough protein throughout the day, your body will still have the nutrients it needs to support muscle repair and growth. Another myth that has circulated for decades is the idea that eating fat makes you gain body fat. But weight gain is primarily determined by total calorie intake rather than any single macronutrient. Healthy fats are essential for hormone production, brain function, and nutrient absorption. Foods like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish can all play an important role in a balanced diet. The key is moderation and overall dietary balance rather than eliminating fats entirely. One final myth that has gained popularity in recent years is the idea that detox diets or cleanses remove toxins from the body. In reality, your body already has an incredibly effective detox system. Your liver and kidneys continuously filter and eliminate waste products from the bloodstream. There is little scientific evidence that juice cleanses or detox diets improve this process. Instead, the most effective way to support your body's natural detoxification systems is through adequate sleep, proper hydration, regular exercise, and a balanced diet. Fitness and wellness advice can sometimes sound convincing, especially when it's repeated often enough, but the reality is that many popular beliefs are built more on marketing and tradition than on scientific evidence. Understanding what the research actually says can help you focus on the habits that truly make a difference for your long-term health. Consistent exercise, proper nutrition, quality sleep, and sustainable habits will always outperform shortcuts and myths. If you found this video helpful and want more science-based insights on health, fitness, and longevity, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if there's a fitness myth you've heard that we didn't cover today, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.